Good morning. Thank you for joining us at Mystic Fitness for our live stream and live outdoor classes. Starting tomorrow, all of our live stream and outdoor classes are going to be at 9 a.m. So there's no more 8 a.m.s. So throughout the week and the weekend, they are both at 9 a.m. Please join us. To begin with, find a comfortable position on your mat. And allow your bodies to feel the sensation of earth beneath you. And sink into the feel of weight so that you're literally sinking inwards and downwards. And feel into the feel of breath. As you witness your breath, notice the pace of breath, the length of it, the constriction around it, the spaciousness of it. Just notice anything that is associated with the breath, the nuances of the breath. And with the utmost gentleness, invite a sense of curiosity to your experience. Just noticing the effortless awareness which includes all sounds, all sensations, within which thoughts can arise and pass through. And invite a sense of openness and softening around your belly and chest. Notice that when you soften the belly and the chest area, that the breath has more space for movement. And find that sense of heaven and earth, so that the earth is beneath you, anchoring you. And that the upward movement and outward movement of heaven is allowing your body and senses to just open. And as you open up to the space which surrounds, you can begin to sense a space that also penetrates your being. As if there's like a sense of merging with the atmosphere. While at the same time being anchored in the ground. Let's take 3 more breaths together. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1 And very gently begin to move your body, getting acquainted with movement, allowing presence to flow through your body as you move. There might be a sense of expansiveness that is needed by the body, where you might stretch and elongate. Or there might be a sense of kind of inward kind of motion of movement, where you kind of hug yourself or pull your knees to your chest. So see what your body invites you to do. I like to call this phase of the practice kind of checking in and just taking kind of a notice of where you're at this morning. Your mental body, your emotional body, your physical body, energetic. And not to judge or evaluate, but just to kind of notice. Gentle noticing awareness. And take the next 5 breaths to slowly make it over to your seated position. So there's no rush to get there. And as we arrive into seated together, rub the palms together and join the hands either in a prayer position at the heart or stacked on top of the heart. And at this point of the practice, I invite you to imagine as if your thinking mind is acquiescing, or kind of taking a little bit of a break and dropping downwards and to rest inside the heart. Just like this welcoming, open heart to all of the difficulties of the mind, and inviting the mind to rest inside the heart. Curl up in the lap of the heart. And as you do this, you might start to sense what it feels like inside your chest. What it feels like in the back of the chest and in the front of the chest. And opening the practice together with the sound of Om, a cleansing breath as you inhale and exhale. Inhale. Now as you invite your eyes to open, expand your arms apart and reach them upwards towards the sky, palms facing up. Let your throat open and look up. And with that sense of openness, just invite that yes to life. Invite your right arm over top of your left and really give yourself a squeeze, a big hug. And if it feels good to kind of curl up a little and draw the chest down, you can do that. Inhale, open it back up again. Sternum lifts. And the other side, taking the left under the right and giving it a squeeze. Inhale, open up again. And exhale. Last time, inhale, open. And exhale. The next time you expand the arms sideways, make fists with the hands, circle your wrists. And open the palms and circle the wrists in the other direction. Invite your body over into a table pose. And as you separate your knees a little bit wider from one another, start to rock side to side and take some semicircles. So you're circling around, stopping at the right heel, circling around and stopping at the left heel. Checking in with your hips. And then keeping your left hand under your left shoulder, open up into a twist to the right. Inhale. On the exhale, draw that right arm forward, thumb facing upwards. And take a deep in-breath together here. On the out-breath, bring the elbow towards the rib cage. Inhale forward again and open it up to the side. And exhale, thread it through. Inhale again, open up to the side. Exhale, forward, hold, thumb facing up. Inhale. On the exhale, elbow to the ribs. Inhale, forward, open again. And exhale, twist. Deep in-breath as you open to the side. And exhale, release, and take it to the left. Open up with an in-breath. Out-breath goes forward. In-breath. Out-breath, elbow to ribs. Expand forward with the in-breath. And twist. And thread it through with the exhale. And again, inhale, open up to the side. Exhale, forward, thumb faces up. Inhale here. Exhale, elbow to ribs. Inhale, forward, circle it up, twist. And exhale, thread. One last time as you inhale to the side. Exhale, release. Take your time now to walk the hands a little bit more forward, like a couple of handprints, and start to shift forward and back, drawing the hips all the way back towards a child pose, and then drawing the shoulders forward towards the wrists as you slowly drop the hips and maybe open up through the chest, and back and forth. And now you might not drop the hips so far down, depending on where you're at with your lower back. And rest in a child pose eventually. Allowing either your forearms to rest on the ground and staying here, this might be plenty, or releasing your entire head down to the ground. Your hips might be higher or lower depending on what feels better for your knees. Yeah. And as you regain that awareness of the forehead touching the mat, just bring your center of focus to the third eye, where your center of deep intuitive knowing is. I'm just going to tune into that place, just on a sensation level. And you might even imagine that like there is a diamond that lights up right there in your third eye. One more deep in breath. And out. Return back to the center. Stabilize your knees under your hips, hands under your shoulders. Curl the toes under and lift your knees off the ground slightly, pressing the floor away and micro bending around the elbows. Feel your own core connection here. And then maintain this neutral spine so that you're not tucking under too much or arching. And bring one leg back and then the other and maintain that same feeling around your core into plank. Good. Deepen breath together. On the out breath, extend back to downward facing dog. And now adjust the placement of your feet depending on what feels better as a V shape in your body. Pedaling one leg at a time. And slowly walk your feet forward to come into a forward fold. As you let your body rest in a forward fold, make sure that your feet are still wide enough apart so you have space for your hips. Shake the head no and yes. And let the jaw muscles relax completely. And imagine as if your crown of the head is emptying out all kinds of stuff that's been stored in that brain. Imagine the thoughts themselves kind of trickling down. Emptying our heads and emptying ourselves from all ideas. And from that emptiness, we can actually be our true expressions of life. As you bend your knees, draw your hips back, bring your elbows onto your thighs, and elongate the chest a little bit more forward, drawing the hips more back. Notice how my feet are pretty wide apart from one another. Good, giving you a good stable base. And now feel your heels really, really active. Engage them into the ground and apart so that you find the glutes engagement as well. And then just lift your chest slightly, and extend your arms forward. Inhale as you rise all the way up. And exhale as you squat back down, same level. Relax your shoulders though. Inhale, rise. Let the pressing upwards come from the heels, okay? And exhale, draw back. Feel your heels active in the ground. Again. We're going to do 10 more. Let's speed it up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Regain those elbows onto the thighs. And then bow forward into a forward fold. Take a breath in. And let it go. Let's take our time and slowly roll all the way up. You might roll up without support, or you might place your hands on your thighs as you rise. Two arms expand overhead with a deep breath in. On the breath out, you bow, hinging from the hips, that same squat that we did before to protect your back. In for a half lift. Out, plant the palms, step back, plank pose. Gain that strong plank. Activate your legs and glutes muscles. And from there, begin to lower the knees. And rather than dropping the hips like we did before, I want you to keep the hips where they are and lower down halfway, elbows pointing directly back. Good. Press back up. Inhale. Exhale halfway. Press back up. Inhale. Exhale halfway. Let's do 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower halfway, then all the way, and open up for your baby cobra as you activate your shoelace sides of the feet. Good. Now, if you're stressing yourself at the shoulders, see if you can just draw those shoulders back, making space for your neck. And maybe even expand your arms sideways as you squeeze your shoulder blades muscles. Keep the shoelace sides of the feet on the ground though. Take a deep in-breath. On the out-breath, plant the palms alongside the chest. Lift yourself through table to downward dog. And now start to notice your legs and your back body gaining more and more space each time we do this. And we'll take the right leg to the sky. As you inhale, elongate the leg back. As you exhale, bring the knee towards the chest. Lengthen it back again with the in-breath. With the out-breath, knee to chest, you step forward for a crescent lunge. As you rise up, take your time to walk the back foot enough so that you have enough space, but then also make your stance hip distance apart. As you tuck the pelvis under, you find a positioning for your arms that works best for your body. Overhead might feel really good for some of us, or goalpost. And take your time here to find a little bit of a dip down. As you dip down, bring your fingertips. You see, I'm having to walk my front foot forward a little. Fingertips under the thigh, touching, and then rising back up. And notice how I'm going up and down like an elevator versus a seesaw, right? So down, and up. And you might need to adjust the placement of your feet. Your body will let you know. Down and up. 5. Press into that front heel. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Good job. Inhale. Hands come to the hips. Back foot walks forward slightly and dials down. And we'll start to prepare for a pyramid pose, Parsvottanasana. Here, both feet are active in the ground, stretching the mat apart as you hinge forward from the hips. So notice my hips are still facing down, and I'm drawing length from the hips, not the waist, but from the hips. Hips draw back, chest draws forward. My right knee is micro bend so that I don't over pull it. And we bow. Now stay active in your feet though. Don't lose access to the feet. And regain the spaciousness in your breath. Now bring your weight into your front leg and shift yourself upwards so that your hands are at your hips, your back foot is on, your toe is on the ground, but most of your weight is in that right leg. You're either going to stay here working on building strength in the leg, or you're going to lift that back leg off the ground and just come into this varied airplane position with the back knee bent and lifted. The arms can go sideways or they can rest on top of your thigh. Notice how my right knee is staying bent as well, so that I'm really, really building strength in the right glutes muscles. 2 more breaths here. Stay with me. Relax your shoulders. 1 more. Now land back in a crescent lunge. Take a deep in-breath. On the out-breath, dial the back heel down and find your warrior 2. Take a breath in together as you reverse your warrior. And on the breath out, we're transitioning into side angle, hinging towards the bent knee. Holding for a moment, establishing that nice long line of energy from the left heel all the way upwards through the hip, through the shoulder, into the fingertips. One more in-breath as you return to center now and reverse it. On the out-breath, cartwheel the hands down. Make your way into a runner lunge. From your runner lunge, bring both hands to the inside and continue to toe heel that right foot towards the side some more. Sink down into it. Place your left hand on the ground and open up into a twist. Take a deep in-breath together. And out-breath together. 1 more deep inhale. On the exhale, lower the right hand down. Drop the back knee to the ground. And see if you want to come into a deeper kind of a lizard position. Maybe you're bending and extending through the leg. Maybe you're sinking deeper into the hip. See what feels better on your body. And from here, we're going to find our way into a side plank on the left hand. So, you'll slowly either keep the left knee on the ground and position your left hand under your left shoulder and open up to the side, or you can actually establish the outside edge of the left foot on the ground with the right foot on top of it. Good. Squeeze your legs, squeeze your glutes, press the floor away for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back to center, curl toes under, hold your plank, and lower down, either with the knees down or not, to Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale for a baby cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale to your downward facing dog. Shaking the head no and yes, relaxing through the pedaling of the feet. And taking the left leg up towards the sky as you inhale. Exhale, the knee comes towards the chest. In. One more time. Elongate back. Out knee to the chest as you step forward for your crescent. Finding your most favorable position of the arms. And adjusting the placement of your feet so that you're really tucking that pelvis under. And then knowing that we're going to find our dips with the hands under, make sure that there's enough space for your hips, for your leg. There's enough stability under your feet. And we begin. Inhale. On the exhale, dipping down, fingertips under, almost touching the ground with the back knee. Inhale up. And exhale down. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rise with the in-breath. Out-breath dial down. Open up warrior 2. Once again, regaining the placement of your feet. That provides the most support for your hips. This might mean you toe heel that left foot towards the right side a little bit more. And reverse your warrior with the next in-breath. With the out-breath, make your way into side angle. Activating both feet into the ground as you set up your pose. And regain access to your breath and the spaciousness within the breath. While you engage your legs, you're at the same time relaxing your shoulders and your jaw muscles. I'm aware that I forgot pyramid pose, so we're going to do that next. Beautiful. Come back to the center with an in-breath and reverse your warrior. On the out-breath, cartwheel the hands down and toe heel the left foot towards the left. Walk the back foot forward. Extend both legs for Parshvottanasana, pyramid pose. Relax your neck and shoulders. Let the head continue to release its weight down, letting the neck know it doesn't have to hold it. Shift your weight into your left leg. Feel the ball of the big toe, ball of the little toe, base of the heels really active. Lift your chest. Keep the right tippy toes on the ground the entire time with the really active left leg, or find that balance again. You're going to need to find something really stable on the ground to look at. Notice how my foot is off the mat completely. It makes it so much easier when I'm straight on the ground. And a landing back for runner lunge. Good job. We'll toe heel the left foot towards the left, bringing the left hand to the inside. The left toes can face sideways as you open up into a twist. In breath and out breath. One more time. Inhale. On the exhale, release the left hand down. Drop the back knee down and go a little deeper into your lizard if you wish, or bend and extend through that left leg. I like what Joan is doing. Joni is doing some push-ups at the same time. So she's shifting forward and then taking a little push-up. A little. Awesome. From there, we're going to make it into the side plank on the right hand. So either keeping your right knee on the ground, positioning your right shoulder over your wrist, and expanding to the side, or elongating both legs and stacking the left leg on top. Press the floor away, watch out for those wrists. I know if you put it straight on the ground, not on the mat itself, it's a lot easier on it. Come back to center and lower down Chaturanga Dandasana. In for a baby cobra or an upward dog. And out for your downward facing dog. Beautiful. Take your time to release your knees to the ground. Stand up on your knees. Make fists with your hands to circle them around. And to the other direction. And we'll take it into one more balance variation. So, as you come on up to standing, however you get there, maybe it's at the front of your mat that you stand. And what I'd like you to play around with is, if you're willing, is to come off your mat altogether if you're not grossed out by nature. There's some worms and stuff, but if you know, hopefully you won't stand on one of those. But we get used to it eventually, and then you'll notice how much easier it is to balance. So shift your weight into your left. I'm going to show you a quick sequence. Before you go anywhere, just watch. We're going to shift the weight into the left leg. Come into dancer by bending the right knee expanding up and pressing back. From dancer, we're going to re-elongate the leg and bow down without diving, like nice and slow, bow down. And from here, we're going to do a hop switch to the other side. Maybe it doesn't look as graceful. Maybe it's like this. And then we rise up and we take dancer on the other side. Okay? So let's start with one side. Bringing your weight into the left leg. Grabbing a hold of your right knee. Your right ankle. Hug in towards the center. Expand the left arm up. Take a breath in. On the breath out, press the right foot back. And however far you go, you might just go here. Or you might go a little deeper. Keep a micro bend in the left leg though, so that it supports you. And squeeze your left butt cheek a lot. From here, we're going to slowly let go of the foot or the ankle. Bring the hands to heart space. Stay balanced. Slowly, 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 slowly bow for a standing split. Notice the top leg can stay bent. Nobody said it has to be straight. Good. Now let's do the hop switch to the other leg. Ready? Hop, switch. First find your ground, then shift back into your heel, bending the knee, palms come together, left knee comes up. Good job, you did it. Now let's take the balance on the other side. First, find the quad stretch. Maybe this is as far as you go, tucking pelvis under. Inhale, elongating right arm up, maybe. Maybe this is where you stay or you go a little deeper by pressing back and finding a hip opener at the same time as a heart opener. Hello, hello. Okay, it's working. Let go of the dancer. You're still in balance. Hips start to face the ground. Palms come to heart space. And a slow bow down. Hands touch the ground. And a prep to hop over to the other side. Up and switch. And a slow rise. You got it, you got it, you got it. Need a chest. And release. Yay. Let's shake it up. Shake it up. Shake those arms. Do a little bit of a lymphatic shake up and down. Bounce like this. Like if you're jogging, but you're jogging in place. This really, really is relieving to the nervous system. Now take it side to side. Twisting motions always feel really good after back bend. And we just did a back bending position with dancer. Good. Now let's make it back down to the ground into a seated position. Bend both knees. And then walk them forward. Actually, you know what? Extend both legs. Extend both legs and kind of separate them nice and wide apart. Place your left hand behind you, kind of like a kickstand. And then turn over to the right into a twist, back to center, and turn it to the other side. So the legs can start to bend a little. Yes, and this should feel really, start to feel really good on your back. Very functional twisting motion. So your legs don't have to be that far apart from one another. Just kind of find a place that allows your back to twist in a comfortable way, like you're reaching to the back of the car seat, trying to grab something from the back of the car. Great. Now let's come back to the center, and from here, bend your left knee behind you and your right knee in front of you, so that you're in a bit of a what is it called? Deer. It's all these animals. It's a deer pose, I guess, but it can also be called merman. So let's have the chest face the knee and have the right edge of, or the right side, the entire edge of your right mat is aligned with the right thigh. Good. So if this is plenty for you and you're actually getting plenty of stretch in your front leg, stay where you are. If you want to go a little bit deeper, you might walk that knee back and kind of hinge forward. Some of us will go all the way into a prone pigeon with the left leg extended all the way back. Some of us will come into a double pigeon. Some of us will come all the way down with the chest, some of us won't. So it's really kind of little baby steps towards the ultimate comfort within your body. And see if you can find the ease and the delight. And take just a quick moment to notice where you are at, like where your attention. Where is your attention right now? Was it caught in some storyline of some sort? And it's okay if it was, just bring it back. Maybe the storyline was like, "Ow, my hip is tight." You know, that could, it could be as simple as that. And rather than taking it into the storyline of the hip, just bring it into the sensation of tightness. And breathe through the sensation of tightness. That's just an example. So rather than evaluating, it's just a simple adjustment to just notice without evaluation. Couple more breaths in and out. And slowly come on out of your pose back into a seated position. Extend both legs forward, shake them up a little. Then bend your left knee and bring your right ankle to the front of your left shin so that your right knee's up towards your chest. And we'll just take a twist to the right. You'll either stay here in your twist, or you might grab a hold of the outside of your shin or your ankle or foot to elongate the leg into the twist, and maybe elongate the arm as well. This might or might not feel good for some of us. I always like to say that because there's so many people who come to yoga and then they see like the instructor doing all kinds of crazy things and they think that it's supposed to look like that, or it's supposed to be like a very no-brainer to do the certain pose, and we forget that we have different types of bodies regardless of how experienced in yoga we are. So it's just, I like to just point that out regularly on a regular basis. When you come back to the center, take the outside of your right foot with your hand and then bend the right knee and draw it back just to get a little bit of a hip stretch here. Do you guys feel that? Good. And take it forward again. Bring the left sole of the foot to the inner thigh and bow forward for Janu Shirshasana. Relax your neck and jaw muscles. And as you elongate forward, keep both sits bones grounded firmly in the earth. Micro bend through the right knee. Come on back out of the stretch. Right knee bends behind you. The left leg is where it is. We set it up like we did before. Either in mermaid pose or deer pose. And then adjusting the right foot accordingly to take it back a notch or forward a notch, to allow for a certain sense of a stretch in the left outer thigh, outer hip, outer glute muscle, or a full extension in the back leg to make your way into half pigeon on the left side. Open up your senses to the sounds of nature surrounding you. And begin to see how the sounds themselves are within your awareness versus outside of you. If you close your eyes and expand your senses outwards, they begin to encompass all sounds arising. Relax your relax your brain. Let it kind of soften and feel the space that contains it get larger. And gently come on out of the pose back into a seated position. Extend both legs, shake them up a little. And bend your right knee and bring the left heel to the front of the right ankle or shin to come into a twist on the other side. Staying here or elongating the leg doesn't feel as good for me on this side, so I will refrain from doing that. Return back to the center, taking the outside of the left foot, pulling the knee to the outside towards the left shoulder for an opening throughout the hip. And then prepping for our Janu Shirshasana, that left leg extends forward, right sole of the foot to the inner thigh, and a hinging forward. Due to some strain in my left hamstring, I will refrain from going deep, but what I could do slowly is activate my left heel into the ground and just go back and forth a few times rather than holding the stretch so deeply and straining it further. One more deep in breath. On the out, release, and make your way onto your backs. As you arrive onto your backs, you might take your knees to the chest and give them a squeeze. Either staying here or coming into a full happy baby. The same motion that we did with each leg towards the shoulder, but this time we're doing both legs at the same time while reclining on our backs. And when you feel ready to find Shavasana, allow the legs to fully release down. Let your back body melt into the earth. Notice where your hands want to land, if they want to land sideways alongside the body, palms facing up, or if they want to land with the palms facing down. Or if the hands want to be resting on top of the belly. Once again, invite your center of awareness downwards to the heart space. And feel the nuances of your heart beat and the sensation of your chest from the inside. And you are slowing way down. The breath is slowing down. And the vibrational field itself is slowing down. And it continues to slow way down until we are so in sync with the rhythm of our Mother Nature. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchitananda Murtaye Nishprapanchaya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchitananda Murtaye Nishprapanchaya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase Take a deep inhale together. And let it go. Invite your body into the position that you like to end your practice with. There's no rush to get there. You might be on your back. You might stay reclined. Or you might roll over onto your side to help you upwards to meditative seat. And wherever you are, rub the palms together and place your hands on your heart or join them at the heart. Closing the practice together with the sound of Om. Take a cleansing breath with an in-breath and an out-breath. Inhale. Om. The stillness within me bows to the stillness within you. Namaste. Thank you guys. Have a great day.